Hello, and welcome to Fresh Blood, a podcast about killing it in the age of ageism, where we prove that new blood does not necessarily equal young blood. Here to discuss what it takes to have continued success through life, I'll be your host, Jolie Downs. With over 20 years of executive recruiting experience, I've learned how much we can grow and be inspired by other people's stories. I'm excited to share that with you here on Fresh Blood. Today, we are talking with Martin Wolff, who is a telecommunications engineer working with Nokia, a global telecom company. He has spent over 17 years with Nokia, moving up through the ranks in various capacities. He loves creating new phone apps in his spare time, which he admits is a little less considerable these days since becoming a father. He and a friend created a very successful jokes app called The Joker, 1000 Daily Funny English Jokes Book. And this app has become number one in the Spanish and number 4 in the US worldwide. They also recently launched a new app called the Tweetline Podcast, which is a tweeter reader. Not to mention, he's also a guitar player who enjoys playing rock and blues, which I love. I have such admiration for musical talent. Martin, I'm looking forward to learning more. Please tell us about your story and background.
Okay, thank you very much, Joey, for the introduction. I've been working in this company, Nokia, for 17 years now, as you say. I've been working a lot of different jobs inside my job. I've been doing a lot of amazing stuff within the telecommunications industry. I've been witness to the development of a lot of technologies that we use every day, like 3G, 4G, and now 5G. It's been amazing to see all these advancements in technology and telecommunications during all these years, and being a part of that and help the industry to get that working here in this country and our neighboring countries that have been working in Paraguay also and in Bolivia. And well, that's really it's been an amazing part of my life. But as everything, if you do it once and again, it starts to feel like boredom starts to kick in. Also, a few years ago, well, it's been a while right now. In 2014, I started to study development, programming with one of my best friends that we've been working together in Nokia, and we've been since college together. And well, we say, well, let's do something different. We don't have to quit our jobs. Let's start making some apps and have some fun. Yeah, and that was quite amazing. We started to do something, create something. I always like to create things, to make songs. Yeah, and really here it was a great opportunity to do something creative inside the technology industry because, well, working at Nokia, it's great. It's a great opportunity that I'm having working there, but the creative part is not so important.
How long did it take you to create the app? Working since you didn't give up your day job, you continued to work. How long did it take you to do on the side?
6 months approximately.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but it's like first we did a first prototype. It was really ugly. Yeah, really ugly.
To be expected in the first go around.
Yeah, the images were really ugly, and after that we have to when we start to see that the app was being downloaded quite frequently, we have to engage with somebody from design that knows how to design graphical stuff. And after that, we have to engage somebody to make a video for the Play Store page. And there are so many things that you have to do that is not related to the app itself. It was really a very big learning project, really big learning. It's not just everybody thinks, I just have to make the app and, well, everything's going to work out.
Yes, not that easy. Yeah. Anytime you do something new, it seems to be that way. You have this vision of how it's going to go, but as soon as you dive in, there's so many little nitty gritty pieces that you never thought of that just come out and bite you all over, don't they?
You learn a lot, and well, and this is key for the next project. And now, in this second, well, it's not really the second app. We have done many apps in the middle, but they were more like directed to we wanted to sell some apps to some specific public, like for example, for the job in malls or other kind of public that it's not the all the people of the internet. I mean, for a specific business. So we did some apps for those guys, and they are not public, but well, it was not a success. But now I really am confident for this new app of the Twitter podcast. We are really excited that it's going to be a good one. No, we really think that it's going to have some success and that we're going to have a good amount of downloads. I notice it because I'm using it a lot. No, if you do something and you don't use it, it's you have to start thinking if it's really the rest of people is going to use it.
Yeah, so you find you enjoy using the app yourself.
That's right. That's right. And I'm enjoying it, and I use it a lot every day. So I think there's going to be a lot of people that will think the same. So I'm really excited about that.
That's great. Now going through the process that you went through already, the first time with the Joker app, was it much easier for you the second time when you're going through the Tweeter reader?
Oh yeah, completely. With the Joker, there was something new every day, and now with all the experience and all the good and bad things that we lived during the development. Now we know how to move forward and go to the point with new apps. I've also during last summer started to write everything down. Yeah, at first it was like something for myself, but it started to take shape. I'm going to deliver it to stores too. It's like a manual for the developer. There are plenty of books for that, but it's my experience, and I think I can add some details and some things that I have not read before in other books. So, and this book is now the reference for me and for my colleague in order to follow the same steps that gave us some success with the Joker. With now with this new app, so how to advertise it, how to do the graphics, how to do a nice Play Store page. There are many things to take into consideration. So what I think now we're much more prepared to start creating serially. I mean, to finish this app and start doing the next one, and then the next one, and so we get more chances to get a hit.
I love it. You set out, you started this app, you learned all the ins and outs of what you need to do to make it successful. Now you're applying that to your next app, Tweetline Podcast, and you're going to apply that to future apps. And not only that, but now you're going to teach people the things that you've learned so that they can go apply those things themselves. I think that's brilliant. What do you feel has been the path to your success with this?
I think that the most important thing is it's the passion that we're putting in this. Particularly myself, I really like coding and making something from scratch. So I'm really very passionate about that, and I don't give up easily. Well, you have to be yeah. It's not wise also not to give up ever, no. But at least I don't give up easily. I go and try to solve all the problems. Of course, I get frustrated with some problems that exceeds my capacity of what I know regarding programming or whatever. But I've learned to control this frustration and being able to move on and to solve all the problems that I've been facing. And what I think that's the key. That's the key to be passionate about that. I think that it's very important to do something that you're passionate. If you are not doing something that you're passionate, you are going to hit the ground at the first big problem. I think that's key. At least that's what I learned here. That doing this, that doing other stuff, started to learn other things in my life, and the frustration it's hits you, and sometimes it's difficult to overcome that situation. And well, And that's the great learning, no, that you have to be passionate about that. And if you understand that you're not lucky enough, well, you have to go move to another thing. The people that believe in a higher power may say that you have many more lives, but at least for me, this is our life, and you have to do what you like. No? So
Oh, yeah, you're so right. That's great. And you're right. You have a choice. It's your life. You have a choice. If you're unhappy, you can make a move, you can make a change. And not everyone has the luxury of being able to make a change whenever. I completely understand that. But you can also look at the experience that you have right now, right? With your current role, you're working full time, and you found a way to bring your passion into your life and bring this new success into your life. And while not everyone can make a change maybe right away, maybe they can bring some small piece of passion into their life. And maybe that small piece of passion might spark something new and lead to a new road. So it is always worth pursuing that passion. Now, what about a time that you struggled or had obstacles, made a mistake? What can you tell us about a time that that happened to you and what you learned from it?
I've done lots of mistakes. My career has been, I have to say that I've been very successful in my career until now, but I have done a lot of mistakes, and there have been big drawbacks. And for example, well, sometimes it was technical stuff that went wrong, and have to move to try to solve it. But those stuff are not the worst. No, the worst are when you have a big change, or when you have some responsibility. For example, there was one time when my manager changed. I got a new manager. My manager had a new way to do stuff. No, and it's been working for a lot of years doing the things my way. And now comes a new guy and tells you, no, you have to do this like this, and I want this other way and whatever. And that is something quite difficult for people that's been doing the same job for so many years. No, it's kind of difficult stuff. It was very difficult for me at the start to at least start to think about what I was being told, and to analyze it without putting too much emotion, and blocking the possibilities to that was a real enhancement. That was something that could be better for me. And well, that was a hard part. At first it was totally blocked. I didn't want to do the things that way. I had some arguing with my boss. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very heavy, very heavy. He was very understanding. Somebody else might have. After some time, some years passed. I'm really now enjoying this. I'm enjoying the yeah.
The new system.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I now really understand it. There's a physics word for that it's very hard to move something that's very heavy, and this heavy stuff was all my history of what's been done, no. But once it's moving, it's very difficult to stop, of course, no. And now I'm in that situation, and I'm completely grateful with this new way of working. I have released a lot of stress. So that is something that it's very difficult for guys like me, that we are now like almost 17, 18 years.
Such a good example. What a great example. It's so relevant to so much of what a lot of us deal with. I mean, anytime you spend any amount of time with a company, organization, there is eventually going to be change. And I know I can speak from experience too. I feel you, Martin. I'm right there with you. I resisted the change, put up a fuss. You can ask my business partner. Anytime there's a change, she's like, oh, got to go deal with Jolie now. But, but every time that change is so good, so rewarding. There's so much learning and growth that happens. And it does, it opens up everything for you. And you're right. Once you realize that, it does open up your mind in a different way, and it makes everything move forward much easier and smoother as you go in the future. That's a great example. Thank you. And being with the same company for 17 years, have you ever experienced or witnessed ageism yourself in the workplace?
The thing is that in my area, there's a bias towards the kind of person that is being hired. It's something that it's in the industry. Mostly, all companies hire young people. I mean, and it's very difficult to get into the company or to start into the company if you in your early 20s across the industry. And that's something that I think that's something that it's related to the kind of job, but it's something that sometimes, well, to the kind of job, and also with I think this happens in many jobs, that you think that somebody that's 30s or in the 40s will be more difficult to control or more difficult to get to do the stuff as you want, because they have all these bias from the past. But well, it's something that luckily for me, it's something that I haven't, it has not hit me because I've been working 17 years for the same company. But if I have if I have any problem or go or need to leave this company to get a new job, it will be difficult. I know it will be difficult. Everybody's hiring young people. They pay them less. It's like the idea is, let's get somebody who is young. We pay them half. We pay somebody else. Let's form this guy or this gal with as we want. So we can. And then he will be loyal for the rest of his life or something like that. But well, particularly this company and here in this country, I've been witness of good practices of now lately mainly people around 40 and 50 that is engaging into the company.
That's what the smart companies are doing. They're keeping it diverse. They're keeping a wide range of perspectives and brilliant minds to make sure they have a nice, well-rounded board and company that's going to appeal to the world as opposed to a narrow set.
Yes, now Nokia it has a big program for going as diverse as we can, right? And well, I think yeah, that's a smart choice, really smart choice.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And dealing with the flip side of that, being with the same company for 17 years, how do you remain focused and happy in your chosen field?
Well, that's the interesting part. First of all, I had some points in my career that were critical. I was about to leave many times the company, and I think the way that I moved on and I continue in the company was the possibility to get into new projects and to apply things that I am passionate about into the daily job. For example, since the start, since 2003, I started to use my capabilities of programming and I started to make some automation for my daily job. And that was really, really rewarding to make these programs, make this automation so I can be more productive and to do things that we used to do in 1 week, but then do it in 1 day. And those kind of things, I always found a way to find these things to do, to make these things happen, to do these programs, to do this automation. So every time I was really, really bored or didn't want to continue with the company, I started the company also was good with me because they always understood that and didn't tell me that I couldn't do that side projects. So that was very good also because
That's a wonderful company to be with. For you to be able to go find ways to get creative and for your company to work with you on that, that's a wonderful blessing. So kudos to you for that.
completely, I was really encouraged to do that things. they really understood that it was not only good for me, but good for the company because, well, we started to do things much more fast and well, deliver projects in amazing times, so, and the best part was back in 2009 that I was given a all software project for me. It was not given. Somebody told me, hey, morning, what about this? Do you think you can make a program for this? Yeah, of course. I didn't know what I was doing. It was a huge project. It was like 1 year of programming in 2009. Yeah, it was great. It was really really stressful.
In a good way or a bad way?
No, it was the good way. The good way. It's stressful. Is the auto myself. I stressed myself. I mean, I would work in the weekends. Because I wanted to make things work. It was like a big program that it's usually made by a lot of people, and I was just myself working it out. And it was
Pride
a
in your
huge,
work.
yeah, it was a huge success. The customer was very very happy, and it's working. It's been 10 years and it's still working in the customer, no? So
That's
it's a program.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's a program that they use 24/7, 365 days a year. So it's really, 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 really good job at that. I'm very proud about it. So, and that was very important to, I was very happy with the company. And after that, in a few years after that, I changed job inside the company. So that was also, I like very much to learn new stuff. So I think the even if you get into the same company, you have to move. If you like to learn things, I think that was the key, to insert some passion into the job you are appointed to do. Well, of course, if you like music and you work in technology, you cannot make a song of I don't know, it won't be much appreciated, but
But that's how you kept from getting bored in your job. You'd switch roles, switch up groups, and try something new within the same company.
yes, that's right. That's right.
That's smart. And it keeps you strong, loyal, entrenched with a company that is treating you well. So that's fantastic.
That's right.
Thank you, Martin. This was really, really great. I appreciate you sharing your story with us. I want to ask before we go, could you share a joke with us?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm good programming jokes app, but I'm not so good telling jokes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let-
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
okay. And
Okay.
but do you know what's the best thing about Switzerland?
What's the best thing?
No, I really don't know, but the flag, it's a big plus.
I love it. I'm a big fan of of dorky jokes or dad jokes, if you might call them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big fan. Thank you. Oh,
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it, Martin. It's been great, and I'm so grateful for your time. Thank you. There's a lot to be learned from Martin's story. He's been working with the same company for 17 years. He's gotten really good at his job and good at making sure he stayed happy in his job. If he found himself restless, he would communicate with his company and find a new opportunity with another group or project. He would expand his capabilities, diversify his experience, and his exposure to new people within the company, which helped keep things interesting. A great company will work with their great people to keep them happy and loyal to them. I realize not all companies are great companies, but it is always worth an ask if there is something that you are needing. Communicate and see if there is a way that your current company can keep you happy. If so, fantastic. If not, well, now you know, and you can make your decision from there. He also talked about his experiences with a new manager coming in and being honest about what that's like when you've been on a team for a number of years and get ingrained in how you work. He struggled when this new manager made changes that he did not fully agree with. He argued, he complained, he caused himself internal pain over the resistance that he felt to change. I understand this. This is so human. It is human to resist change, but Ultimately, accepting change is the path to the greatest flow. And Martin learned this. He learned that he had been blocked. He learned that he had to let go of the emotions tied to having to learn how to do things in a new way. He learned he needed to open up his communication, open up his mind, and open himself up to possibility. Once he did, he learned he really enjoyed the new system. This process taught him that once you open your mind, it's difficult to stop opening your mind. Once you see there is a new way that you can do things, your mind starts to expand and accept even more ways of seeing things. Once this happens, once you've cracked open your mind and accepted new possibilities, life begins to move forward in smooth and serendipitous ways. Martin's story also reminds us that if you feel there is some kind of passion missing from your life, you don't necessarily have to quit your job to bring what you need into your experience. There was a creativity that Martin was wanting, and he found that through building out a new joke app with a friend. What a great idea. A project to work on in your personal hours with a good friend that you can collaborate with. A project of passion that sustains you regardless of the outcome. We can all find something like this. A passion project that fulfills. Martin learned so much through his journey of creating a new app. He admits that the first versions were not very good at all. He self-described them as ugly, but they learned. They asked for help. They found so many unknown facets to go along with the experience that soon they had expanded their skill set significantly. What they learned through that first process is invaluable in their ability to move forward to applying that knowledge in their next project. In their free time, they figured out the process to create something. They learned the ins and outs to make something successful, and now they will apply that wisdom to new projects and make those successful. Sounds like a really great way to be spending some of your free time. Not only that, but Martin is then planning to teach other people how to do this themselves. Not only is he paying it forward in life, he is adding another skill set that can provide an additional income stream. So with this one passion project, again, that he undertook in his free time, he was able to learn how to create multiple new streams of income. Brilliant. Ask yourself, what ideas have I been ignoring? What interests have lain dormant? How can I turn my passion into productivity, into activity that I could be filling my free time with? Martin was honest that this process for building the app was very, very hard, but he did not give up. He kept learning new things and moving forward until he was able to launch and make it successful. He was able to put this dedication and devotion into it, the not giving up, because he felt passion for what he was doing. He was enjoying the creation process, which gave him the fortitude to keep going, to push past the problems. Martin reminds us that we have one life. You have to love what you do. If you don't have passion for what you're doing, you should look for something that will make you feel that way. You have the power to make that choice. Admittedly, we don't all have the luxury of making career moves, but if you find yourself in a position where you can't make the career move and you don't have that passion, you can find in whatever free time you do have, you have the choice to fill that time with your passion. Find a project you can call your own. Fill yourself with that fire that you may have lost touch with. You never know how it might transform you. You never know where it could lead. As a final thought, Martin had made a quick comment that was moved along quickly, and I want to bring a little attention to it. He said that while he has been really successful, he has also made a lot of mistakes. And he laughed at this, and it was almost said in a joyful way, and I loved that. This is such an important mindset to have. It is vital to recognize that the road to success is littered in failures and mistakes. Do not be afraid to fail. If you are not failing, you are not trying. Let's all be brave enough to fail at something today. Until next time. Thank you for spending time with us on Fresh Blood. If you love this episode, please consider subscribing, rating, or giving us a review. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again on the next episode.